Hey everyone. Um, we had strategy in the last semester of our MBA course more than 10 years ago when I did it. And strategy is nothing but, if you look at the definition, it's basically a step by step response to a specific problem. You have a certain problem statement and you're trying to figure out how to tackle that. And the major part of strategy is game theory. In game theory, what you do is you look at your opponent's response, anticipate it, and there are different ways to do that, but the most common is decision tree. You think about how someone will react, and based on that, you create your own response in the most favorable way, right? And one of the things that I have always told people is in economics, you assume that people are rational, meaning they are going to make decisions in their favor, in their selfish favor. If they don't, all economic theory fails. All economic theory is based on the fact that when people are given choices, they choose the one that favors them the best. In strategy, you are not only assuming that the people are rational and they are going to make decisions that favor them, you are also assuming that they are almost as smart as you. Meaning, if you are thinking 5 steps ahead, they need to be thinking at least 4 steps ahead. Because if you think 5 steps ahead and you make a decision based on that, and this person cannot see 1 step ahead, he's going to make a decision that will actually be counterproductive to your decision tree, because now he has taken a path which you anticipated he will not, but now he has, because he's not smart, right? That's also a very creative way to thought someone's strategic position, but you're not getting there. I think what I'm trying to say is strategy is all about, it's like playing chess. You think what you will do, and then what the other person will do, and then what he will do. Create a decision tree based on that, but along those decision trees, you are really dependent upon your opponent's thought process. They also need to know what is going to happen in step 2, 3, and 4, so they can make a decision that eventually favors you. So it is tricky, but what I really wanted to talk about was, if you pick up a strategy book, I have read the Art of Strategic Thinking Strategically. That's the first book by Avinash Dikshit, and then his second book, I forget the title of the book, it's pretty close, he's using almost the same examples. But one thing that you see in the preface, the first thing when you start reading the book, he says that what we are teaching you is tricks, tips to handle negotiations, to anticipate someone's move and counter it with your own. These are dangerous tools. These are not etiquettes. We are not teaching you how to behave in a society. And that's one caveat I always have in any kind of strategy discussion, because the world depends upon a certain level of trust. We talk about dominant strategy. What is your dominant strategy? If everyone chose their dominant strategy and always chose an option that benefits them, the entire world will come to a grinding halt. The example I gave was a few days ago in India. If you are walking and someone comes and says there is a roadblock ahead, in US you will say thank you and you will go to take a different path, and you will be fine, because we trust each other. We have a system where we give the right information. We want others to be happy. In places like India, your dominant strategy would be to not trust that person, be very skeptical, always assume that there is going to be a problem if you listen to someone. And while that works in India, as a society, we lose in India, because there is so much friction in your day-to-day social interaction that we can't be happy or we cannot be productive. I brought this up a while ago. I actually fell victim to one of those things. I was in the airport in Delhi, and they put they ask you to put all your electronics out in the tray when you go through security. And when I got to the other side, my headphone was missing. It was an expensive one, and normally my antenna for identifying risk is up whenever I go to India, but I least expected a security problem while in the security area. I didn't expect my stuff to be stolen. So, lesson learned: be very careful when you travel. But that's not what I'm talking about. What I was trying to say is, as much as we like to be strategic, as much as we try to understand what others are doing, sometimes the best strategy is to not use strategy at all. I have seen people, especially managers or strategists, not the official title, but people who are in sales, for example, they make decisions continuously based on game theory. They try to anticipate what the other person is going to do. They sometimes start enjoying the game theory, and that's the risky part of it. If you ask them for a drink, they'll give you options that force you to make decisions based on circumstances and how things are going. Eventually it gets tiring. When people start enjoying strategy, people start enjoying playing games, they can make good productive decisions, but they lose friends and family very quickly. So like I said, a lot of times, although you understand what it is, sometimes the best strategy is to not use strategy at all and just be yourself. We don't have to play games all the time. I don't play games. I don't play tricks on people in general. However, over a period, I have become very aware of games being played around me, and I can identify very quickly when someone is doing what. And it can be depressing. Sometimes it can be depressing knowing what someone is trying to do while they are saying something else. But it protects us once you understand what people are trying to do, whether it is someone at work, whether it is a politician, a leader, your boss, your company spokesperson. You can spot tricks, you can spot a hidden agenda, and I protect myself. I don't play games myself, but when I see something like that, I can very easily spot it, and I can take actions to protect myself. But again, the crux of this vlog is just to say that sometimes the best strategy is not having a strategy at all. Be yourself, be nice to others, and as a person and as a society, you may just be able to win much better. So, alright, thank you.